Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing great. My name is Raviteja. Let's solve 14th problem of dynamic programming study plan. The problem statement states given a string S and a dictionary of strings, return true if S can be segmented into space separated sequence of one or more dictionary words. Okay. Note that the same word in the dictionary may be reused multiple times in the segmentation. So we have been given input as Leetcode, and the dictionary contains leet and code. As you can see, Leetcode can be broken down into leet and code. Okay, and both the words are part of our dictionary. Okay, if you see one more example over here, we have apple, pen, and apple. Okay, you can break down this into three segments such that each segment is part of the dictionary, corresponding dictionary. Okay, now how we can solve this problem. Okay, first approach will be generate various substrings of increasing length and check whether each substring is part of our dictionary. If it is part of our dictionary, then recursively solve the rest of the problem. Okay, this way we are actually generating each substring and checking, okay, which will contain so many redundant substrings for which we are actually checking in our dictionary. So instead of generating substrings of various lengths and checking in the dictionary, why can't we take each word from the dictionary and check whether our string starts with the string or not. Okay, so let's say we have one more word over here. Let's say maybe uh, GFG. Okay, let's say our dictionary contains these three words. Okay, now what we do is basically we check whether our string starts with all words from the dictionary or not. Okay, first I will check whether Leetcode starts with the first string or not, and I will also check whether the given string starts with the second word from the dictionary or not, and also check for the third word also. Okay, since lead was part of my string, I will basically check whether my rest of the string can be broken down using all the words. Okay, now again for code, I will check whether it starts with lead, it will start with code, or it will start with GFG or not. Since it is not starting with lead, I will be returning false. I will check whether it is starting with code. Yes, it is starting with code. Then I have to check for whether the rest of the string is can be broken down using the words in the dictionary. Since it's an empty string, I will straight away return true. Okay, since it is empty string, I don't have to break it further. I will straight away say that the given string was broken down into lead as well as into code. Okay, so using this approach, we can efficiently figure out whether the given string can be broken down into multiple words from the dictionary or not. Okay, let me show you the code. As I mentioned, I need a function which will take a string, okay, and which will tell me whether the string can be broken down into the words which is part of my dictionary or not. Okay, so I just created a global variable called words, which is I'm setting it to verdict. Okay, and then this I have written a function which will tell me whether the given string can be broken down into the words from the dictionary or not. Okay, this will return true if it can be broken down, or it will return false if it is not broken down. Okay, as I mentioned, I will be checking with whether the given string is starting with one of the words from the dictionary or not. If it starts with one of the dictionary, I have to check whether the rest of the string can be broken down with the words from the dictionary or not. So that is what I am doing here. Okay, I just define answer initially as false. Okay, and then I am checking whether the given string, okay, whether the given string starts with one of the words in the dictionary or not. If it starts with one of the dictionary in the words, then I have to check whether the rest of the string can be broken down or not. Okay, if a given string starts with the word from the dictionary, then I will check whether the rest of the string is brokeable or not. If it is brokeable, then I will update my answer accordingly. I will take or, because I have to check for each and every possible combination. It's possible that this tree is also breakable and this tree is also breakable. So if any one of the trees are breakable, then my overall answer should be breakable. So that is the reason I'm taking OR, so that if answer is coming from multiple answers, it will be taken into consideration. Okay, now you will also see, and the base case will be, if I reach if I pass an empty string, that means it cannot be further be broken down, and I will return true. Okay, now you will notice that there are certain states which are overlapping. Okay, you will see there are certain problem statements which are actually repeating, so we will be caching those values. We will not recalculate the answer again and again. So I just defined a global, not global, at the class level I just defined a cache saying that given a string, whether it is breakable or not. Okay, so if the answer to the string is already calculated previously, then I will return my answer, or else I will compute my answer and store it in my cache and then reuse it. Okay, this way I don't have to recompute the answer again and again. Okay, so this is basically the top down approach. Okay, this can also be done in the bottom up approach. Okay, so in the bottom up approach, what I am doing is basically I'm just checking. If you observe, this string was broken down into various this was broken down into lead and code, and again this was broken down into empty code and empty string. Okay, so I will just create a dpr of size n plus 1, where n is the length of the string, and I will dp of I will tell me whether the string substring from I all the way till n can be broken down or not. Okay, so if my I is pointing over here, then dp of I will tell me whether code can be broken down into words from the dictionary or not. Okay, so by default an empty string is always breakable. I mean, by default the answer for the empty string is true, so that's the reason my last cell was set as true. Now I have to check whether from this index till all the way till the end, whether it can be breakable or not. From this index all the way till the end, it is breakable or not. So for all the indices I have to check whether it is breakable or not. Okay, my answer will lie in dp of 0, which will tell me whether from 0 till end whether it is breakable or not, right? So what I will do the same approach. Okay, what I was doing, I was taking the string and checking whether it is starting with one of these words. Okay, here also, okay, I will just take the string from I till n and check whether the string is starting with one of these words or not. If it starts with one of these words, then let's say this is the code, right? So if my I is over here, then this entire substring, which is code, is part of my dictionary, then answer to my current cell will be coming from the length of the string plus 1, so it will come from this particular index. Okay, so since this was already set to true, then this will also be true, because I have to populate my answer as answer to this plus the answer to the remaining string. Answer to the remaining string is coming from this particular cell, and answer to my current I is basically, since it is overlapping with one of these words, then I will be returning as the value which is present over here. Okay, if you take the value, what value to be filled over here, the substring from this all the way till the end is tcod. Is tcod starting with any one of the words? No, it is not, right? So by default I will be filling it with false. Here, since cod is part of my dictionary, I will get the answer from the cell which is next to it. Okay, which is this one. Okay, similarly, etcode, was it starting with any one of the words in the dictionary? No, so I will be filling it with false. Again, EETCODE, was it starting with any one of the words in my dictionary? No, right? So I will be filling it with false. Now LEETCODE, as you can see, it is starting with the word, one of the words from the one of the words from the dictionary. So answer to this cell will come from, if you see LEET, this particular substring is getting matched, so I have to get check whether this entire string can be breakable or not. So answer will come from this particular cell. So answer to this cell will be equal to answer coming from this cell, so this will be true. In the end my answer will lie in dp of 0. So let me just go to the code and show you the bottom up approach. As I mentioned, I need a dp array of size n plus 1 where n is the length of the string. By default an empty string can be breakable, broken down into one of the words, so it is true. And then I was checking for the indexes from n minus 1 till all the way till the 0, and then checking whether the substring at I till the end is starting with one of the words in the dictionary or not. If it starts with one of the one in the dictionary, then answer to the current index will come from I plus the word length. Okay, if it was already breakable, that means I don't have to check for the rest of the words. I will simply stop it over here and then go for the next index. So and then my answer will lie in the dp of 0. If you submit this problem, all the test cases will be passed and it will be pretty efficient solution as well. Okay, if you analyze the time complexity, see the outer loop will be running for n time and inner loop will be running for the length of the word text. Okay, let's say we have m words in the dictionary, so inner loop will run for m times, and this check, okay, we are actually checking whether the substring from I is starting with the word or not. Okay, so that means whatever the length of our current word, those many characters needs to be compared. So if the word is average length of the words in the word dictionary is k, then the overall time complexity will be n times m times k. Okay, that's all about this problem. And the space complexity is also big of n, where we are actually allocating it as a dp. Okay, so that's all about this problem. If you like the explanation, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and also share your valuable feedback in the comment section. I will be posting solution in multiple languages such as JavaScript, Java, Python. Feel free to check out the solution. Thank you.